just going to lift up a couple of things that we want people to do, some tangible things that you can do in this moment. One, we want to make sure that you don't forget that it is census time. So make sure you complete the census. When we talk about not just uncounted, but undercounted, right? Black folks sometimes don't complete their census forms, and we need to make sure that you do that. The census is how we get resources to our communities. I also want to encourage everybody to get involved in something beyond voting. So I believe in something called Voting Plus, right? So absolutely be prepared to vote. And if you're disillusioned with both of the mainstream candidates, that's okay. You can vote for other things. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I'm not one of those people who believes in vote blue no matter who. I know some people do. So if that's what you believe in, go for it. But I also believe in beyond voting. And so it's really important that you identify an organization that you can become involved in. And so I believe in the work of Black Lives Matter. It's one of the reasons that I'm so deeply involved in Black Lives Matter. But maybe that's not your thing. If that's not your thing, get involved in something. Do mutual aid work, which actually is, as Chanel mentioned, is grounded in the Black tradition, right? It's how we survived chattel slavery. It's how we survived the first wave of lynching. It's how we ushered in civil rights. I think about people like Lugenia Burns Hope, who, especially in this moment, and sometimes I think it's important that we call upon particular ancestors. If you don't know who Lugenia Burns Hope is, please look her up. But when there was a health crisis in Atlanta, and a Black mother was found dead in her apartment of tuberculosis, it was Lugenia Burns Hope who enlisted the support of Black students at Morehouse, at Spelman, at Clark, to go through neighborhoods and make sure that we had what we needed. And so we need to make sure that we reclaim that tradition of mutual aid. Mutual aid is more than charity. We are in Ramadan season, and we often talk about charity. Mutual aid is actually more than charity. It's absolutely giving, but it's not from this paternalistic lens that says I'm giving something to someone lesser than. It's understanding that our freedom, that our survival is all bound up one with one another. And so we have to engage in a practice that recognizes that it's our collective freedom and our collective survival that we're facing. We really appreciate you for tuning into the call. We appreciate all of our guests. Please make sure that you do something. The call is meant to have a response. So we want this to be true to the African tradition of a call and response. You've heard that there is a call to action, especially in this crisis moment. Let's all respond so that we can usher in the kind of world in which we can all not just survive, but thrive. Ashe, and thank you so much, everyone.